Wake Forest, really good program. Coach Forbes and his staff do a tremendous job. Credit those guys. They just kept coming. They just played with great poise, coming from behind double digits, on the road early in the season. The place was rocking, and they just kept coming. I'm glad it ended while we were up top, while we were in front. But very thankful, to our crowd, especially folks that don't normally get to basketball games and maybe here for another reason. And appreciative to them. They're always welcome. So hopefully we can continue to build on this. And, thought we played way more connected than we did earlier this week. So you're happy about wins, of course, but a lot more proud about the significant growth tonight.
I was going to ask you, Coach, what do you think you learned the most about your team with this win tonight?
We got a little fight to us, probably more than anything. We're a lot harder to guard when the ball moves.
Mm-hmm.
When we play for us and we move it and we get our shot. And, we had to get those jitters out a little bit. And I think our guys took a step backwards and a deep breath and said, you know what, let's have some carryover from how we play in practice. And we had some really good possessions. We got to have more, of course. We got to keep getting better. And Wake will keep getting better. We all will at this level. It's so early, but we made a big jump and played much better offensively.
Yeah. What's it like to see Jabri have back-to-back consistent games, minutes, points?
Happy for him. He's a guy that this is his fourth year, third coach. So he's had adversities that he's had to overcome that most guys don't have, at least as much of. Different systems, heck, even the way we're playing this year compared to the way we played last year is completely different. And he's just grown. He's got leadership characteristics. He's mature. He really cares. He cares about winning. He cares about being a good player. He's in the gym as much as any kid I've ever coached, and it's no wonder he's turned himself into an elite shooter.
The offensive and defensive flow did seem considerably better in this game, but then there was the end, right?
Yeah.
Is that just learning to win? What did you think about the finish? They obviously shouldn't have had that good of a chance to extend the game.
Yeah, they shouldn't have, and we've got to go back and look at it. And there's some things I probably could have done a better job with, and we all could have done a better job with, and that's something that we preach to our guys. It's about all of us improving. And I thought more than anything, I thought our mentality changed. I want to say we were up maybe 14 and missed the front end, jogged back, gave up an and one. That sense of urgency. Again, you're playing. Sometimes your home crowd. I hate saying this because I don't want fans to get mad at me, but it's the truth. Sometimes it can be a negative because you rely on them, and it's so loud, and you feel like, well, hey, it's a party in here, and the game's over. It's not over. This thing's not over. We got another whatever it was, 8-9 minutes to finish, to get a few more stops, to continue to execute with momentum offensively and tempo. We lost our tempo down the stretch again when they kept chipping away at that score. It was almost. We were almost shell-shocked by their play late, but there's a lot to learn from, and unfortunately, we've got to watch it and clip it up, and we got to show it, and we've got to learn, and we've got to move on very, very quickly because we play on Sunday.
Seemed like an improvement on the glass, obviously not coming out on top, but what did you make of the play of Jalen and Russ tonight?
Collectively, really good. Russ was so much better, and I thought we did a much better job when he was open, giving him the ball. The ball again was a lot hotter. It moved for us. He had a couple of deep duck ins. He had a couple that I think he'll finish as he gets more of those looks. He finishes in practice. That he didn't quite finish. The stat line could have looked a little bit better, but I loved his aggression with getting deep touches and the way we threw him the ball. Just a much better job of throwing direct passes, from those slots. from our backcourt. And then Jalen Deloach, I thought, was terrific defensively. Rode him down the stretch. He did some really good things, just great activity, I thought. Got us some extra possessions, got some deflections. He's just a hard playing guy. They complement each other real well. I think there's times we can play them together, of course.
What was your impressions of the students in this new configuration?
You know what? During the game, I'm on us and Wake, and I had a couple people mention after the game how incredible the student section was and where they were sitting, what a factor, and I'm really appreciative to them and to our administration during the game. I didn't exactly, evaluate it. We got our hands full with other stuff, but it speaks to the commitment to, for success in all walks here at Georgia. When the athletic director and the president ask for any type of feedback and sit there and have a conversation about what do we think about reconfiguring where people are sitting. Let's look at it, let's evaluate it. I think it's a good idea. Let's do it. And you got to jump through some hurdles to do stuff like that. But if you feel like it's going to help that particular program have a better chance of success, why not? And so, credit our administration. I'm thankful. Hopefully, everyone who's sitting in a different seat than they're normally sitting, they're okay with, and they liked it. We got some stops at least. Got a couple rebounds.
In a game of runs like that, what do you learn about your team being able to withstand, Wake making a push and then, you guys doing the same?
We've got to, we gotta learn how to win, I'm glad we won, right? But there's, again, a lot to learn that could have gone the other way. And so we're fortunate. I'd rather learn this way than it having gone the other way. But to make sure you hold on to leads like that down the stretch, we're going to have to fix that level of urgency. We're going to have to learn how to play 40, to put 40 together, and that's a tall ask at this level, this early. Maybe 35 is what you're looking for right now, but of really good basketball. But the best teams, of course, the teams at the top of our league by January are going to put teams away. Of course, we're all going through a process right now to learn ourselves, but we got ways to go. And again, Wake's really good, and they've won a lot of games for a few years here, and they'll continue. They'll win a bunch of games this year, and they'll be a lot better in January than they are right now.
I've got one more question.
Chiwa drives the basket a couple of times, has a fast break.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk. Russell, what'd you think about his play? And
We've seen some of that in practice. Didn't really get it going the other day. He can really. He's 280 and he can really run. He can really run. And I thought we just simply did a better job at getting it to him when he was open. But he was just one example. I thought when Melendez was open, he got the ball more often tonight. When Silas Demery was open in the corner, we threw it. I mean, we did a better job of playing together, which gave us a chance, of course. The way the ball stuck the other night, it didn't give us much of a chance. But Oregon is an elite defense, of course, too.